Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melanie and you are watching akaMommy. And today I wanted to share with you my curriculum picks for the 2018-2019 school year for my 9th grade student. So before I show you any of the curriculum that we're going to be using for my 9th grade student, let me first say we are a part of a homeschool co-op, and the co-op has certain classes that they offer to the students. We as the parents get to choose which classes we want our kids to participate in, but they do not have to participate in all of them. So some of the curriculum that I have chosen for my student is because that is the curriculum that is used through the co-op, but there are some classes that are offered that she does not participate in, and those are the ones that I have chosen her curriculum. So let me go ahead and start first with her history. This will be our 2nd year in a row to use BiblioPlan. Last year was the first year and we really liked it a lot. I actually taught high school history last year and I loved it. I love this book. I love the curriculum. I feel like it is inclusive enough without being so much information that it's just overwhelming. This is one of her textbooks. This is volume 1. There is one additional textbook, and this is basically it looks very similar to any standard history textbook. So this is what she will work through the first half of the year. And then along with this, she has her workbook. This is the workbook that has all of the questions in it. I'll show you guys an example. This is for week 2. So it just has a fill in the blank section that she can fill in as she's reading through the chapters. And then you flip the page over, it has short answer and short essay questions. And it also has a research essay. Now, we do not make the kids do all of those questions every single week. I, as the teacher this year as well, will kind of pick and choose which questions they're going to be doing. But this is her textbook and her workbook for history for this year. And along with that, she also takes geography with our co-op, and it is the exact same curriculum. It's the BiblioPlan. She has a separate workbook that is specifically for geography, and each week in this book follows along with the book, with the history lesson. So it just really works its way in together very nicely. She learned a lot in geography last year. So I'm looking forward to her being able to do this again this year. Again, it starts out super, super basic. I mean, literally first week, they're gonna label the continents, you guys, and they're gonna label the oceans. Very, very, very basic. But by the end closer to the end, this is week 27, so that's getting closer to the end of the school year. In our history, we'll be learning about early American history, and they'll learn about Lewis and Clark. So one of the weeks, they will learn about Lewis and Clark's expeditions. So there is history and geography. And one of the things that I really like about BiblioPlan is that it also incorporates literature as an option. So in her literature class, she will be reading books that really fit nicely. They go along with the history lessons. I have 3 of her books here. I believe that she's going to be reading a total of 6 this year, and I don't have the other 3 on me. I ordered them. I'm not sure if they've come in yet. So one of the books that she's going to be reading is The Last of the Mohicans, which she will read the book, and then I will probably watch the movie with her just to kind of help it sink in a little bit more. She's going to be reading 12 Years a Slave. Again, this one is also a movie that we can watch or not watch. With all of these books, all of the material, I have the option as the parent to I have children outside my bedroom door. I have the option to cross off anything on the list that I'm not comfortable with her reading or being exposed to. So I will actually pre-read these books and make sure there's nothing in it that I think she's going to be overly sensitive to. And if for some reason I think she can't handle it right now, I will just release her from that, and it will not affect her grade. So another one of the books that she is going to be reading this year is Frankenstein. I, to be honest with you, cannot tell you why this goes along with our history just yet, but it's on the reading list. So there are 3 other books. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but those are 3 of the literature books that she will be reading this year. So on the heels of literature, let me go ahead and share with you what she will be using for writing this year. She is taking writing at our co-op, and for the past 2 years, we have used IEW, which is Institute for Excellence in Writing, if I remember correctly. Excellent curriculum. Cannot say enough good things about it. It is pretty intense, but it will absolutely make your student a better writer. So this year, our co-op decided to do something just a little bit different. So we are going to be doing the Lost Tools of Writing, and this is just her student workbook. It seems as though this is going to be a bit less intensive. The IEW curriculum, it felt like a lot for her. So if the co-op had decided to do IEW for a 3rd year, I was not going to have her take writing at the co-op, simply because she's already had it for 2 years. It is basically the same exact information presented over and over and over again. So she got it. It was just a lot of work for her. She didn't enjoy it. It did make her a much better writer, but she didn't really enjoy it a whole lot. So because we're using a different curriculum this year, she is going to take writing at the co-op. I really honestly know nothing about this curriculum. I researched it before I purchased it, made sure that it kind of fit in line with what we were looking for. But as far as, you know, is she going to enjoy it? Is she going to learn much from it? I really don't know. All I know is the writing teacher for the co-op highly recommended this, said it's great, so we decided to give it a try. I will do a review on this later in the year for you guys after we've had a chance to really dig into it, but this is the curriculum that she will be using for writing this year. Now, I also think that it's really important for kids to be experiencing or to be continually learning grammar and composition. So I did purchase the Abeka Grammar and Composition book for her to work through. This is definitely more just workbook style. So it will have a lesson, and then it will have exercises for her to do. Pretty basic, nothing too exciting about this, except that I just really feel like it's important for our kids to continue working on these things no matter what age they are. I will say that my 11th grader, she's not going to be doing anything like this. This will probably actually be the last year that I have my oldest daughter do any type of grammar. She doesn't struggle with it at all. I don't foresee that this will be a problem for her, but I wanted to give her one more year just to kind of solidify all of the things that she's learned in grammar over the years. I also purchased the teacher book or the answer book to go with this so that I will be able to grade her work. But this is just a workbook that she will work through pretty much every single day until she's finished with it. And then maybe no more grammar for her, but we'll see. So for science this year, my 9th grader, we are going to be using Apologia. That is pretty much what we always lean toward. We've used Apologia for several years now, and we absolutely love it. This year she is going to be taking physical science. Last year she took, I believe it was general science. This year she'll take physical, and next year she will take biology. So physical science, I taught this at our co-op 2 years ago, and it's a lot of information. There are so many different things covered in here. It's just wow. There were some things that were a bit complicated to understand in my opinion, but luckily I have already taught this class. I still have all of the teacher information. I can help her with this at home, but she will be taking this class through our co-op. I'm not her teacher for this particular class this year, but she is going to be taking physical science, and this book, luckily I didn't have to purchase it this year because I still had it from when my oldest daughter took physical science. So the last class that she will be taking is math. And as I mentioned in the video that I posted on my channel earlier this week, We are using teaching textbooks for the, I want to say 3rd or 4th year in a row now, and I am going to do a dedicated video on teaching textbooks simply because it is different than it has been in the past. They have made a lot of updates and made a lot of changes, and I really feel like it deserves its own video. So I am going to be sharing that with you guys very soon. But the last thing I wanted to show you as far as for my 9th grader, what I purchased for her, I did of course buy her own planner. Like I mentioned in my other video, I think that having a planner and having written out plans is crucial for my kids to stay on track and to know what they're doing. And it really helps me to be able to go back and say, what did you do today? Did you accomplish your goals today? So I purchased her this planner from Amazon. I will leave a link to my Amazon store in the description box below this video where you guys can find lots of different things that I've talked about in my videos. But I purchased this one for her. It is a Bloom planner. I can't show you the very first page because it has all of her private information on it, but let me see. It's a Bloom planner. I don't know, I've talked about Bloom products on my channel before. I love them. Super inexpensive, but still good quality, really super cute. And I'll show you guys, I already started filling out her lesson plan for the first week of school. So I'll just show you that this is what I plan to do for her. So I've written down the side math, physical science, history, literature, grammar, writing, and geography. I've only started filling this out, but I have her math written in, what she's supposed to do every day. Her physical science, I've written which pages that she needs to read in order to keep her from falling behind. Now, I don't know for sure that I will continue to write that out for her all through the school year. She is in 9th grade, and so once she kind of gets a hang of how to do it herself, I'm hoping that she can just keep it going and she won't need me to write it out. So for history, I've done the exact same thing. I've written out which pages she needs to read in order to stay on track all week. For her grammar, I've already started writing out what she needs to work on. I haven't put anything in her literature, writing, or geography because I'm not her teacher in any of those classes, and I don't have her syllabus for those classes just yet. But I already know, because we've been a member of the co-op for long enough, I already know what her physical science is basically going to look like. So I went ahead and put that in. But I did get this for her. She's really excited about using it. It's super cute. She absolutely loves dream catchers, and so yeah, this was a really cute find. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Those are the curriculum picks for my 9th grader for the 2018-2019 school year. We are literally less than 2 weeks away from starting school. I am not at all prepared just yet. I did recently returned from a almost 2-week mission trip in Uganda, and so I'm honestly just trying to get my bearings and get my brain right again. So I wanted to go ahead and share with you all of these. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting them in our classroom. I have got to get our classroom set up. I am going to be sharing a classroom tour for you guys hopefully next week if I can manage it. If not, then it'll be the week after. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be back with you shortly, and take care. Bye-bye.